Yeah, let's talk about Angel.
Yeah, this is good too. I don't want to just all be about Buffy. I thought this is a great Angel episode.
Yeah, but this is a hush week, man.
Yeah, but this was good. I liked this.
No, I know. It's exciting stuff. All right, so our writers for this episode, it's co-written by David Fury and Janine Renshaw. Renshaw, we talked about, or actually, we lost that episode, so maybe I didn't talk about it. But she was like a just a season one writer of Angel, and she went on to I don't remember.
I don't remember this
But her
person.
but the reason that we lost, like, her first episode was I Will Remember You, and that was the one we lost, right?
I kind of I
Oh
don't know.
no, it was the bachelor party. So you did hear
Right.
me talk about this person. Yeah, so Janine Renshaw, this is her second episode after I Will Remember You. And she's co-writing with David Fury, who this is his third episode of Angel, but only the second one that aired. Because remember, he wrote that one that they thought was too dark.
Right. And that just never aired ever? Or it'll come back.
They never filmed it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what it was about?
Yeah, we talked about it at the time. I don't feel like getting into it again.
Oh, I don't remember.
It involved hookers.
Okay.
But so, and he's of course a Buffy regular writer. Um, the last thing he wrote for Buffy, I think, was Fear Itself, the
Okay.
Halloween episode. Um, and James Contner is our director. He's a regular, of course. He's directed 20 episodes of Buffy,
Maybe we should call him
starting with
Jimmy at this point.
Jimmy Conti.
Yeah,
Jimmy
I don't know.
Cons.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So we just saw him. He directed The Initiative over on
Oh,
Buffy. That was the last thing he did. Um,
awesome.
Now he's back with this episode of Angel. Parting Gifts. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. All right. So, um, the opening kind of confused me. Um, because they did the previously on, and then right after the previously on, they
I
go
This
right into
confused me
this.
too. This confused me too. I hated the editing of this. Like
Yeah.
there's no end to the previously.
The
And then it
music
was,
goes into this. It's the
yeah,
music.
totally. And then he's talking to the fucking
And
oracles,
and
and
I thought this was
I
from last week. I was like,
same.
yeah, I was very confused by this. And but then it went on too long, and I was like, there's no way this was all last week. Like I did not see all this. And then we see, like, with all in this same sequence, we see the guy being chased by the motorcycle, and I was like, all right, I guess they just like really didn't know what they were doing with the editing there. That was crazy. So
Yeah.
yeah, we see
So I
motorcycle.
yeah, the opening scene of the episode is him talking to the oracles, but like you have to sort of suss that out. It's weird.
Yeah.
Um,
Let us know if you guys had
yeah,
the same reaction. I assume you did because we both did. So, but we learned about the PTB. I guess we did already. We knew about them, but he visited the PTB.
the powers that be.
Yeah.
Cordelia, yeah, Cordelia starts to refer to them as the PTB.
Love it. And we see motorcycle guy chasing demon guy, and then the credits come in. And then we meet the guy, Barney. And I recognize this guy.
What'd you recognize him from?
Coherence.
Yes, yeah, that's right. I saw that on his IMDb page.
It's his lips. This guy has like very specific lips. Immediately, I was like, "Oh shit, this I've seen this guy." And then like a few seconds later, I was like, "Oh, it's the guy from Coherence." But with, by the way, Xander,
That's
Nicholas
right.
Brendan is in Coherence. So if you guys haven't seen Coherence, check out Coherence.
Maybe the guys that made that are big Buffy fans.
It's possible, maybe. So Barney shows up, right? And I got to tell you, when Barney showed up, I thought he might be new Doyle. I thought we might be setting up a new Doyle replacement.
Yeah.
And what'd you say?
No, no, I get it. And you even get him like bonding pretty hard with Cordelia later in the episode.
Yeah, well, he like had a lot of charisma when he came on. I was like, well, I don't mean to say charisma, but he when he came on, and I was like, oh, this guy's good, and then, like, I felt like they were giving him a lot of funny lines, like integrating him well with the crew, and I was like, oh, they're doing a lot to like sort of set this guy up. He's probably new Doyle, and then Wesley showed up, right, and and then I was like, no, Wesley is gonna be the new Doyle, so this guy is bad. So that I knew what they were doing. Like,
Wow, good call.
yeah, I knew automatically. So they didn't trick me in this one. Um, So yeah, there we go. We meet Barney, and he shows up, and he's asking Angel for help because he's being chased by a motorcycle guy. And Cordelia has a an audition for a commercial,
Yeah.
so that's fun.
Stain be gone.
She goes to it's for stain remover, stain be gone. I like the part later when Angel's like, so what was it? He was like asking her a serious question. She's like, oh, a stain be gone, some stain remover I had to do. And he was like, no, what was the thing? And he was like,
Yeah,
really
yeah,
funny, great moment. We learned during the audition that she has visions now. I don't know how I didn't guess this last week. Why I didn't even like bring it up. Like, of course they have to do visions still. Who's gonna
yeah,
have
yeah.
visions?
Last week
Um,
was I was frustrated because
really?
when you see them kiss, okay, there's this special effect that they
No,
show. It's like a little blue light
I thought it
that
was a love
goes.
special effect.
No,
I didn't
you
notice
see
it.
this little blue light go from Doyle's mouth into Cordelia's mouth during
Wow.
that kiss, and it's the visions passing between them. And I wanted to talk about that so bad, but
I
I
had
didn't want
no
to spoil the
idea.
vision thing.
I'll have to go check that
Yeah,
back out. I still don't even remember what you're talking about, but
yeah.
so that's cool. So he passed the visions on to her, and then throughout this episode, she's trying to kiss everybody, passing it back onto them. She doesn't
I
want it.
love that. Yeah, I love that she kisses Barney and she kisses Wesley, and you like Wesley thinks it's like because they had a little thing back in Sunnydale, and then
Mm.
like you realize like she kissed him before she even realized who he was.
Yeah, I liked that moment when she's like, "Oh wait, Wesley." I was like, "Oh shit,
Yeah,
she didn't even know who that was." But yeah, I liked him. He was like, "Well, that was better than last time," and I agree. I thought it was a way better kiss than last
yeah,
time.
yeah,
I thought that was a good call.
yeah. They
Um,
connected a lot better. Like what? It's I bet like Wesley's gotten laid a few times since the last
are you
time.
kidding?
He's
He's a
like,
rogue demon hunter. He's
yeah,
getting
he's
laid
definitely
all the
more of
time.
a man.
Absolutely. And so we learned that Barney is an empath demon. What kind of demon was Doyle? I forgot. He was a certain demon.
Yeah, I don't remember the
He
name of
was
it,
like
but
a I forget.
I'm sure I wrote it down
An
last
aspect
week.
demon? Is that a thing?
No,
Oh.
what? No, you're thinking of Earshot.
Oh, an aspect of the demon. God dang it.
Yeah,
He was a I forget. I feel like it was pretty obvious. All right, so we meet that guy, whatever.
but yeah,
Cord
empath demon, not the last empath demon we'll meet on Angel.
Okay. I like the idea of an empath demon. I think that's fun.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, so Cordelia has a vision and she kisses Angel. And by the way, she says it's painful for her to have the visions. That's
Yeah.
upsetting.
Well, Doyle was a demon, half demon, so he was like built to like carry them.
Yeah, not
and
Cordelia.
and so Cordelia, she's never like dealt with anything supernatural like this. So this like
She was stabbed by
10
rebar.
that is true.
She knows
But
a
yeah,
little pain.
this connection to the powers that be doesn't come quite as naturally to her, basically.
Yeah, but that was upsetting to learn. So like anytime we see Cordelia, we know like she's in some serious. It's like Wolverine, right? When his claws
Yeah,
come out, it
like
always hurts him
yeah, every time.
every time. And so Angel says, I'm gonna go to Barney's apartment and you're gonna stay here with Barney. Don't kiss each other while I'm gone. And I thought this was crazy. He goes to Barney's apartment and every single light in the hallway doesn't work. Like it's the darkest apartment
Yeah,
building
I
that ever
noticed that
existed.
too. Like what, you know, that clearly housekeeping is still working
Yeah, she walked
because
right by with
we
no
yeah.
light.
So call maintenance.
I
There's some lights in that hallway that need
Yeah,
changing.
guys, I was a housekeeper for a few months. I don't know if we really talked about that much, but I quit my job recently. But I was a housekeeper for a little while. And let me tell you, if I ever walked in a hallway and the light was off, I would not just still be walking around working. I would go tell somebody. I don't know
That's
what was
right.
going on here. This was
Yeah.
crazy.
Get on your little walkie-talkie and go like, "Hey, maintenance."
Yeah, you got to let
Yeah.
somebody know about that.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, so no light, and then somebody comes in and sort of like messes with Angel, and he's got a crossbow, and we learn it's Wesley. And this was something else I got right. I thought he would come over to Angel because it just didn't really make sense for him to go back to Buffy. Like where we are with Buffy, they're in college. Like what we're gonna bring Wesley back and introduce him as a new character. There's so much going on, right?
Yeah, what's he gonna do? Just like hang out at Giles's apartment?
Yeah, it made no. Really didn't make any sense. But over here on Angel, here we go. We've got Wesley, and I have a question for you. Is he? What's the Allison Hannigan situation like? Are they together at this point?
I believe they are together at this point. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think they
I
wouldn't have
don't
even
think they're
thought?
married yet, but
You think
Wait.
maybe like they wouldn't have thought to bring him back, except like this guy's been like going to the parties and stuff like with Allison?
Well, even before he got together with Allison Hannigan, he got tight with Whedon. Like they were buds. They're both like Shakespeare nerds, and they started doing Shakespeare together. Um, like they would hang out at like Joss Whedon's house and read Shakespeare together. Like this is like a real
Okay.
thing. It sounds so crazy,
I like it.
but and then they did that movie Much Ado About Nothing.
He's in that.
Yeah, they did a Shakespeare adaptation together, and Whedon wrote and directed that. And this dude's the star of that movie.
Wow, I didn't know about any of that.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm wrong. This guy probably would have been back regardless.
yeah. He was just sort of like very like as soon as he joined the cast of Buffy, he was like in the orbit of these people. Like everyone just liked him.
Love it. Yeah, and I remember like they were trying to make him older than he is. Like he's like closer to their age than we'd think, probably, right?
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Yeah, but cool to see Wesley back. Yeah, he's a rogue demon hunter, and you've got to say the rogue part, or else he'll get really mad. It seemed like so that was
Yeah,
pretty funny.
except when he said it to Cordelia, she said, "What's a rogue demon?"
What's a rogue demon? That was such a great line, and his look was like, am I stupid for or are you stupid? Like I thought it was a great look that he gave. Like it was like wow, like is that too confusing of a title? Do I need to change it? Like I thought it was a
Yeah.
great look by him. Like maybe that's my fault. So
He's
yeah.
so funny. He's so good at this sort of thing. Like the physical comedy in the scene with Angel when he like first reveals himself, when he like tries to put one foot on the bed and it
Mhm.
just sort of slides off.
Yeah.
He's so great at that sort of thing.
Yeah. And I haven't forgotten that you said he's your favorite character ever. So when
That's
I'm
right.
watching this, I'm just like, all right, so what are we laying down here that Daniel loves so much? But I mean I get it. He's very funny. And I liked his leather jacket when Angel's like, we got the same jacket on. You think you're cool now? That was kind of a
Yeah.
fun moment.
Wes had some fucking leather pants on too, though.
Yeah, he did. He talked about how they chafe. Wes, is that what we're going with? Wes, I think you mean. Should we call him Wes?
Is that
Uh,
what? Which one do I say when
You say
I
Wes with a Z.
right? And you guys make fun of me because it's supposed to
Right.
be Wes.
Right.
Okay, let's see.
Especially Wes Bergman because his name is Weston. Like if you want to say somebody's Wesley, like that's wrong, but
There
I would
you
accept it.
go. Maybe
But
that's what. Maybe that's what I'm doing.
okay, but Weston, like Wes Bergman is
You're
legitimately
right. He should
Weston.
be Wes. You're right.
Right, right. But if you want to call Wesley Wes, I guess you can do whatever you want. So there's Wes. Very cool to see Wes. Oh, we learned something. We learned that he's tracking the demon,
Yeah.
and he's the demon steals powers from other demons, basically. So it'll kill you and then take your powers.
Right. The
Yeah. So
Kung guy.
yeah, the Kungai. So we're meant to believe that the Kungai is chasing Barney. And so then we go back to, oh no, I guess we go Angel goes back home, right?
Yeah, they
And
made Barney look as human as possible. I think as a way to throw you off, like they couldn't possibly be like hunting a humanoid demon, you know?
mhm,
Especially considering we just lost Doyle in the previous episode.
right. And they try to make him as nice as possible by being an empath demon.
Yeah.
That's a good call too there. And yeah, so we tell Barney about the Kungai thing or whatever, and then Angel goes to Koreatown for some reason. He goes to a massage parlor. There's a guy that's like,
Well, yeah,
"Hey, I want a massage."
Wesley said he was tracking him through an Asian district in the north, and Cordelia was like, "Well, it must be Koreatown."
Yeah, so
And then he
that's
goes to
how they end up there.
Koreatown, and Korean people don't like this part because the actress who plays the Korean girl is Japanese and apparently does a really bad Korean accent.
That is understandable to be upset about that.
Yeah.
I get it. Um, so I really liked this part where because Cordelia early on in this episode was like she was really upset. She was like, "Wow, like we don't have anything to remember Doyle by, or Doyle didn't leave anything. Like it's like he was never even here." And here, but she's like complaining, like, "God, I fucking hate Doyle for leaving me this fucking thing." And Barney is like, "No, he left you like the single most important thing. Like he thought that you were worthy enough to carry this with you,
Right.
and he trusted you. And I really like that moment. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
A good
like
way to think about it.
even though Barney turns out to be evil at the end of this episode, like everything he tells her in this moment is right on.
And yeah, and she didn't even realize it. Like he legitimately taught her something. She didn't understand until he explained it all, and she really got on board with that. It seems like,
Hmm.
I really liked that. That was cool. So yeah, Angel sees that the that demon, that Kungai demon, is actually like is actually hurt. So he realizes that something hurt him. So he got it wrong, I guess, right?
Right. He says like the demons we see early on the demon's been like emitting some sort of like yellow fluid. And it
Right.
turns out it's because like Barney has ripped off the horn of the Kungai demon and so he's like recuperating in Koreatown.
Did he die? The demon? I feel like he died.
Yeah, I think we saw him on his deathbed.
That was pretty sad seeing the demon like being nursed.
Yeah.
That upset me. Uh yeah, so we go back to Barney, and Barney's like, I'm gonna kill you, Cordelia. By the way, Cordelia, we see tramp stamp. Cordelia tramp stamp. I don't
I
know if I knew
noticed
about that.
that too. Yeah. Yeah, they don't really acknowledge it, but you do see her like at the sink at one point, and like you're like, oh hey.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so Barney is like, I'm gonna kill you and get your power of visions, and then he starts being really mean to her. I thought this was like a real Daniel and Logan moment where he's like, "You think you're gonna become something? You're so stupid!" And he like really starts like going in on her. He's like, "You're young and delusional, you moron!" And she's like, "What? I want to do something with my life." And he's like, "No, you suck." It was really like that.
I'll
And
have you
then
know that my mom on the phone I talked to her on the phone this week and she told me she thinks you're being mean to me on the podcast.
I'm being mean to you.
Yes.
She's crazy. What the heck? That's absurd. What specifically?
She was really concerned. She thought you were bullying me recently on the episode of Hey, I'm Watching Here where you were mad at me for being late.
Oh, you made a big deal about it and made it seem like I was bullying you.
Remember I said that you were getting too big for your britches in that episode? My mom agreed. She said to me, "You're right, he is getting too big for his britches."
Wow, that's crazy. All right.
Yeah.
Noted, mom. I remember that. All right. So we go to what, Angel and Wesley come back, and they're like, really like this part where Angel goes home, right? And he's like looking for clues, but Wesley isn't helping. And he's like, Wesley, I'm looking for clues over here if you haven't noticed. If you want to help me at any point. I liked that part. And they realize something about an auction, so they go to an auction where Barney is auctioning off Cordelia, her eyes, but he's auctioning off her as a whole.
Yeah.
And we see a woman that I don't think we've ever seen before that works for Wolfram and Hart. Who's this? I assume she'll
It's
be back.
not, no, actually, this
Oh,
one
well,
won't be back, but she basically,
she
the
was sent
purpose
there
of
to buy the
this,
eyes.
she was sent there to buy the eyes, presumably by the senior partners.
Lindsay and Lee, whoever else.
Those aren't the senior partners.
Oh, oh, so there are people ahead of these guys I don't know yet.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Like there are scenes with those characters where they like have to tell something to the senior partners and like seem worried about it. Like, yeah.
So it's like the mayor, like the principal Snyder
Yeah,
calling the mayor.
exactly. These are like the lawyers of Wolfram and Hart, but it's like, oh, the senior partners. You don't want
Love
to
it.
piss them
Okay.
off. But so you see her on the phone after the auction, and she says to like whoever she's talking to, like three guesses who fucked this up. And this the implication of this is just like Angel is very much on Wolfram and Hart's
Right.
radar. He's pretty much like fucking with them regularly at this point, and something's gonna have to happen with that.
Right. But not so much so that they know immediately that it would be him. Like it would take them three guesses. So there are possibly two other people doing the same thing, right?
Could be, man.
So that's pretty cool. Maybe Kate might be one of the other ones. We
Yeah.
haven't seen Kate in a long time. Kate
When
or
was the
Katie?
last time we saw him? Well, her
I feel
dad
like it's
called
been
her
4
Katie.
episodes.
What was the last time we saw her? Sense
Uh,
and Sensitivity?
is that true? That might be true. She's not in the bachelor party. She's not in I Will Remember You. She's not in Hero. She's not in this one. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
been a few weeks without Kate Lockley.
yeah.
Here, let me look it
I sort
up.
of thought she'd be in this one because no Doyle, but we got Wesley. So
Yeah, we needed to set up. Oh, we'll see her next week.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right, so there we go. Back to the auction. So that woman wins, right? And she's gonna go extract Cordelia's eyes, but then Angel and Wesley show up and they save the day. And big fight breaks out. Really cool. So Cordelia ends up killing Barney. And I thought that this was one of the cooler things
With
that
the
they
horn.
with that horn. She stabs him, I think, in the back, and he disappears like how like Ben Kenobi disappeared like in his robes or whatever. But I thought it was really cool how they did it. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, yeah, I thought it looked good.
It wasn't like silly or anything. I was impressed. So there we go. And then go back home. Cordelia, she frames the drawing that she made of it's like a big thing this episode. She keeps being like, there was a big blobby thing, and she doesn't really
Right.
understand it. So she kept drawing a picture, and it's this picture. She drew it to commemorate Doyle, like a Doyle memory. It was from the first vision she ever had.
Exactly.
So she
Yeah.
drew a picture for Doyle, and she framed it. So there we go. And so Wesley, he's getting ready to leave. He packs up all of his clothes. By the way, I thought they did sort of a mistake here. Like they were I feel like they were trying to set Wesley up to be really cool now. He's like a rogue demon hunter. But then at the end of the
No.
episode, oh, really? He just goes back to like a suit and tie. And I was like, oh, he's not cool anymore.
I think the idea was he thinks he's cool. He
But
thinks
wouldn't he
he's
not be wearing a suit and tie then if he thinks he's cool?
well, I think there's a moment where like Angel takes charge in the investigation of the episode and tells Wesley like stay out of it, and Wesley like realizes like he's not quite up to snuff anymore. But then like he shows up at one point like when Angel needs him the most because he speaks the language of that one demon
He
in
seemed bad at it though. He
Koreatown.
seemed confused.
Well, he was like figuring it out slowly, like sounding it out almost.
He was like
But
Dory speaking whale, basically. Like he didn't
that's
quite
so
understand it.
funny. That makes me laugh every time. But yeah, but I think the point of it was like maybe Wesley's not a fucking rogue demon hunter, but he still has a lot to
Okay.
give. Like this is what he can offer.
The suit and tie, Wesley.
Right.
Wesley. I love it. All right, that's fine. So he's packing up, getting ready to leave. He's like, "All right, guys, I'm on my way out." We've seen this like a million times in movies where the person's
Yeah.
leaving and he's like, "All right, just one more look back at everybody, saying goodbye to
Yeah.
my friends. All right, I'm heading out now. Gonna hit the road all by myself with no food, no water, just me and the open road." And then everybody's like, "All right, Wesley, you want to stay for breakfast?" So he pulls up a chair and eats with him.
Yeah.
Good ending. So Wesley, don't know if he's staying for one more episode or 4 seasons. I guess we'll find out.
We certainly will.
No, there's no in between, either one episode or 4 seasons. I'm gonna
That's
give it a
right.
3.
Yeah,
Have
I
I
will
given a 4
too.
yet to Angel? I'm not even sure, but I feel like this
I'm
might be
not
my
sure.
favorite episode.
Wow. I'm gonna give it a 3 as well. And my MVP is Wesley.
Oh wow, mine was Angel. I thought Angel was great this episode.
Okay.
Like all of
Who's
his comments
your
to Cordelia were funny. Uh,
yeah,
LVP.
yeah.
I went there's one moment where Barney it's like at like the auction or before the auction he's like talking to one of his pals and his name was Hank and I went with
Yeah.
that guy because I didn't know who else to go with.
I went with crazy Japanese Korean lady.
Yeah, no, that's a great call. I'm actually gonna change, especially because I realized she's like a Japanese woman that's doing a Korean thing, but she doesn't even do it well. So I'll change
Yeah.
my answer. I'll go with her.
Okay.
I thought you might go
Anyway,
with Wolfram and Hart. I didn't want to go her because I thought she'd probably be back a lot, but she's
I'll
not.
never I'll never go with Wolfram and Hart. I love Wolfram and Hart.
Wow. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
so there we go. And yeah, I ranked it. I just put it at the very top, ahead of I think it's a more complete episode than my original was I Will Remember You, but that one doesn't even make sense really. Like it does, but it doesn't super matter.
Reset button, bullshit ending.
Yeah.
What's my list? What's number one?
Hero last week.
Right. And what's number two?
City of.
And
Then
what's number
Room with a
three?
View. And
All
then
right,
Lonely Heart.
you can put this episode between Room with a View and Lonely Heart.
I love it. So you have it 4 out of 10. I have it 1 out of 10. So both of these were my favorite episode. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But Buffy wins this week, it's hush.
Oh yeah, not even close. All right, here we go. We're gonna read some from the Patreon. You guys ready?
Yeah, what are people saying?
All right, well, people are saying a lot, Daniel. I don't know if you knew that or not, but
Are
they're
they? I
saying
didn't.
so much. Like crazy. I'm just saying that because I'm refreshing the page. All right, so Josh Merlis says Buffy, 1,000,000 stars.
Wow.
Perfect from
That's
start
so
to
many
finish.
stars.
That's the most I've ever heard of. Are there even that many in the sky? I don't know. Perfect from start to finish. As of today, I Only Have Eyes for You and 1408 are tied for second best Buffy episodes. Now, what's that?
I don't know what he's referring to with 1408.
I
Is
remember
it?
one week where he talked about
Oh,
1408, but I don't
I
remember
think
what
it's
episode that
Fear
was.
itself. He liked that Halloween one from this season.
What about that is like 1408?
Well, they're trapped in that house, and it's like there's ghosty stuff happening,
I
and
don't remember. Uh,
I don't know.
wait, it's second best Buffy episode ever. So that he means ever?
Wait, maybe he means I Only Have Eyes for You is like 1408.
No, I Only Have Eyes for You and 1408 are
Oh,
tied.
then I
Are
don't
tied
know.
for second best. So this is first, and those two are second best. That's pretty cool. Um, and then Josh for Angel says pretty good episode. I don't think I was as excited for Wesley as they wanted me to be. It was more like, huh? Oh yeah, that guy exists. I feel like they put a line in where he says like, Angel, are you excited to see me? And Angel's like, I don't know. Or he says like, were you expecting to see me again? And Angel's like, I hadn't really thought about it one
Yeah,
way or the
yeah.
other. I feel like that's like a line for us. Like,
I agree.
we hadn't paid this guy any attention since he left, but here he is. You
Yeah.
know?
I think you're only thinking about him as because of me.
Oh
Um
yeah, yeah. You're. No, I mean, I would have remembered him.
yeah. But no, I'm with you. Like I remember when he first showed up on Angel when I was watching, thinking like we needed that character. Like I was not expecting to ever see Wesley ever again after
Yeah,
he left Buffy.
I'd probably feel the same. Yeah,
Yeah, but here he is.
yeah. All right. All right. That's it.
Oh, okay, just Josh this week.
Well, Tim said stuff, but we don't have to read Tim's.
Oh, all right. Well, I would have read yours, Tim. But
Yeah, well, it was annoying, so I didn't read it.
really, was it annoying? What did he say?
He says, gonna be hilarious when Logan gives Hush a 3 because he is a Philistine. And then he replied again, Logan right now. Hey Siri, what does Philistine mean? Oh, Siri went off. Okay.
Wow,
Yeah. There it
amazing
is.
stuff.
Joke's on you, Tim. It's my favorite episode, so fuck you. So all right.
Oh my god.
Oh, should I read my list of all I re-ranked them? Do you actually want me to do that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, there are 66 of them.
Wait,
Should I go?
before you do that, just in case people
Oh, yeah,
want
say
to,
goodbye.
yeah,
What are we doing
I,
next week?
I'm gonna say next week on the show is Buffy is called Doomed.
I'm gonna guess we've got The Rock, Carl Urban, all those guys from Doom show up.
Yeah. And LVP. Why did I say that? Carl Urban. LVP Carl Urban.
Oh.
And on Angel, it's an episode called Somnambulist.
I don't even know what you said. Somnambulist?
Yeah, it means sleepwalker.
No. I guess we get a sleepwalker. Yeah, have you heard of that? Have you heard of that before, Buffy?
No, I didn't. But I
Oh.
will say a big it's sort of a Pedro Pascal next week, a star before they were a star.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's very
Yeah.
exciting. The oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. What? Oh, did you know what a doppelganger was before that Buffy episode?
Yes, that I know.
Okay. All right. All right. So that's next week.
All right, great. Let's hear your list. Buffy from worst to best. Go.
All right, worst to best. Number 66, The Harvest. Sorry,
Stop.
Jesse.
What the fuck?
Didn't care. Number 65, The Puppet Show. Remember that one? Number 60. Should I
I
just run through
remember all of
everything?
them.
Run through them all real
Yeah.
quick. 64, Never Kill a Boy on the First Date. My Emily. 63, Inca
I knew
Mummy
you were gonna
Girl.
say my Emily.
Ampada. Was that her name? 62,
Yes.
Beer Bad. The one
Yep.
where Xander gets a job. 61, Welcome to the Hellmouth, the very first episode. Number 60, Beauty and the Beasts. Couldn't even tell you
Mm-hmm.
what that was about.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh, wait, what's the one where the boyfriend is like abusing the girlfriend?
That one.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so there we go. Number 59, Killed by Death, the Buffy revenge episode in the hospital.
Yep.
I remember not liking the villain. Like the villain looked cool, but he walked like a
Der
normal guy.
Kinderstad.
Yeah, cool name. 58, Lie to Me.
That's
50...
so low.
Really? What's that one?
Yeah. It's the one with the vampire club and her friend wants to
Oh
be a
yeah.
vampire. Yeah, I
You
always
liked
liked
him.
that one more than you.
What's
Yeah.
his name? Scott Hope? No, that's Hope.
Ford. It was Billy Fordham.
Billy
Ford.
Fordham. Yeah. All these other ones are pretty good. 57, Reptile Boy. I like that one. She says Reptile
Hey,
Boy.
Reptile Boy.
Number 56, Nightmares. Maybe this one's too high. This one's like a weak. It's like the kid being abused, right?
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah.
I don't love that. 55, Dead Man's Party. The two guys fighting over the phone. Remember that part?
Yeah, I do.
54, our favorite episode. We get jacked in every single week. I, Robot, You, Jane. The introduction of Jenny Calendar, right?
It sure is, yes.
53, Some Assembly Required, the one with that overweight running back.
Yes.
That's a good episode though. That's a cool episode. Is that where they go to the football game, Jenny and Giles? Is that
It
football
is,
game?
yeah.
That's awesome. That's a great episode. 52, Out of Mind, Out of Sight, the one with Clea Duvall.
Mm-hmm.
51, The Dark Age, Ethan Rain. They get a little backstory about Giles, right?
True.
50, I don't remember this one. Revelations, what's this about? You have to tell me.
That's Gwendolyn Post, the new watcher for Faith, who just wants that big glove.
Right. 49, Bad Eggs. You think that's a little too high, maybe?
Maybe.
48, Teacher's Pet. One of the great early episodes of Buffy, I think.
Yeah.
Really fun,
Praying
horny
Mantis.
Xander episode.
Miss French.
Yeah, another great early episode, The Pack, number 47.
Yeah.
Number 46, Go Fish. Great ending to that one. Number 45 and 44 is What's My Line 1 and What's My Line 2. 43 is the one where Joyce tries to bring a council together to fight the witches, right? Gingerbread.
Gingerbread.
That one?
Yeah.
Great ending. Stab the monster through the head.
True.
42. This one was Josh Merlis's second favorite episode ever, or tied. I Only Have Eyes for You, but there it is at number 42 for me. 41, the Oz Goodbye episode, Wild at Heart. Number
Shout
40,
out to Veruca.
40, the other episode that Josh Merlis loved, I think, Fear Itself, right? At number 40 there. 39, these are all some newer episodes. 39, Something Blue. 38, Pangs. 37, one that you love, Ted. Here, Vampire. Great episode. 36, Enemies, the one where I think Faith kisses Buffy on the head.
That's right.
At the end. 35, the Christmas episode, Amends.
Yep.
34, my favorite episode. I don't know what it's doing all the way here at 34. Witch. There it is. 33,
Wow.
Homecoming.
Wow, you love this show if Witch is your 34th favorite episode.
No, legitimately. I think I love 28 episodes.
Okay.
Probably. We'll get a up there. 32, Faith, Hope, and Trick. 31, Phases. I remember really being high on that when it came out, but it dropped all the way down to 31. 30, The Harsh Light of Day. That's like where everybody starts having sex, right?
That's right. Yeah. They wander
that's...
around at the end and you're like, that sucks. And I'm like, that's brilliant.
Did I say that? I said that sucked?
You weren't into the end of that, and I thought it was great.
Oh, wow. Well, thinking back, it got all the way up here to 30. So 29, Anne. 28, The Zeppo. Yeah, all these basically. I love all these episodes. 27, School Hard. 26,
First
Band
appearance
Candy.
of Spike.
Oh, really? The School Hard, that's the first one?
Yeah, it frustrates me every time you say When She Was Bad as the first appearance of Spike, so I'm going to try and really hammer it home that it's actually School Hard.
Well, according to my thing, School Hard is the third episode of that season. So what happens in the second
Yes,
episode?
that's some assembly required. Spike does not
Oh,
show up that till the third episode.
that's crazy. All right, so number 26, Band Candy. Giles and Joyce have sex on a police car. Remember that? We learned later on they had sex on that police car
Twice.
twice. Yeah, twice. Holy shit. 25 Choices. I remember that being a cool one. That's like that's a Faith one
that's the
where
Bridge of
the mayor.
Spies episode.
Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
24 Consequences.
Yeah.
Another Faith one. That's after she kills that guy. Ack. Forgot his name. 23 The Freshman. 22 Living Conditions. Those two back to back. 21 Halloween. 20 Earshot. You love that one. Where's that for
Yeah.
you? I guess I could check
It's
your
in
list.
top 10 for sure.
19 Surprise. The first part of the Angel Goes Bad episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's Buffy's birthday. 18 is the first part of the season 2 finale, Becoming Part 1. 17 is Faith and Buffy cut loose, and then Faith murders the guy. Bad Girls. 16, great funny episode where Willow is evil, Doppelgangland. 15, another very funny episode. All the women try to get with Xander. This is and Amy, second appearance of Amy. Second or third? Second one, yeah.
Second.
Bewitched, Bothered, Bewildered. She's in the Witch episodes. Bewitched, Bothered, Bewildered. 14, Angel with backstory. 13 is the finale of season 1, Prophecy Girl. We kill the master. 12, we just did it, but it dropped down a couple spots. Number 12 here, The Initiative. I think it was 10 when I started. Number 11, Buffy gets she's the class protector. Is that what it was called?
Mm-hmm.
And I cried like a fucking baby. The Prom, great episode. Number 10, I got confused. When She Was Bad, the season 2 premiere with the bone skeletons on the table. Great, awesome episode.
Which in no way features Spike.
Right, Spike's not in that one, but Drusilla is. Drusilla is great in that episode. Number 8 is This is a great episode. This is Buffy's 18th birthday. Right, they put her under a spell where she can't move. She becomes helpless, and this is called Helpless. 7, the second 2-parter. Wait, Innocence. Is that the second part? That's where he goes bad?
Yes.
Number 6, this is R.I.P. Pour one out for Jenny Calendar. Number 6, I put Passion. R.I.P. That's Spike's favorite show, right? Is that his favorite episode, do you think?
No, Passions. Yeah, good
He loves
call.
the episode Passion. Number 5, here we go. 5 and 4 is a 2-parter. Number 5 is Graduation Day 2, and number 4 is Graduation Day 1. All right. Number 3, Lover's Walk. One of the great. Spike shows up. He's like, Drusilla doesn't love me. And he tries to tell Angel and Buffy that they're doomed. And then the Rock and Carl Urban showed up.
The aforementioned Rebar episode.
Yeah, Xander cheats on whatever her name is, Cordelia. All right, so number 2, Sarah McLachlan. Great song in this one. Becoming 2. And then my number 1 episode, Hush. We just did it. I feel like that was pretty fast.
I like it. I feel like that feels better than your previous list did to me.
Yeah, I tried to read like what they were about. I looked at like some screenshots of the episodes, tried to get a feel for them. So there we go.
You did a good job, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. So Doomed and Somnambulist next week. Come back in or tomorrow or whatever for Hey, I'm Watching Here. And make sure you're watching those Hustler and Color of Money shit. All right?
Oh, come on.
No, they're good. They're great movies. So fucking jack out and meet us back here next week for some more Buffyverse action with all your friends. Joss Whedon, the gentleman, Marty
They're
Noxon,
back?
the rest. No, they're not.
Oh.